In today's video, you have been requesting for me to review the Roads Plus add-on. This is created by Mobblocks. This add-on is priced at 990 Minecraft coins. That's £4.99. It's roughly $6. The community seems to like this one so far, giving it a 4.5 star rating out of 5 with 106 ratings so far. 72% of those have been a 5-star. According to the creators of this, it features 4 vehicles, 40 new roadblocks, and 40 cosmetics. Once you join a world with this add-on installed, you will be given the explainer book. This is the guide to everything you need to know. Now, the biggest question you guys have at the moment is, are the add-ons made up of blocks or entities? Now, this is a mix of both, but I can confirm the roads themselves are actually blocks. They are not entities, because if I did /kill and we did @E, you'll notice none of this stuff has disappeared. Let's start off with the basics. Once you're in game, go ahead and place down your book. If you crouch, this kind of follows the direction that you are looking in. Now let's go to the next page, because we do have the vehicles. We have a bulldozer, a steamroller, a tipper truck, which is actually a dump truck in game, and a mixer truck. And each one of these comes with special abilities. The recipes for each one of these are relatively easy to understand. They are all using the same materials apart from the top item. Now, I can confirm the vehicles in this are entities. I don't think there's any way that you can change that on Minecraft Bedrock Edition at this moment, but like I said, they have special abilities. According to the bulldozer, can help you clear a path to make your roads. So let's grab the needed ingredients here. 3 iron, 2 redstone dust, a minecart, and an emerald. Now, this is very survival and creative friendly, which I really like. So if we go ahead and place this down, this is what this is going to look like. Now, like I said, they are entities, because if I was to do /kill @E, I'm going to die, the book is going to die, and the bulldozer is going to die. As a positive, though, if your trucks do manage to die, you will be given the items back. So if I was to go ahead and kill a bulldozer, all of the items will drop onto the floor. The only sad thing about the vehicle side is that they don't actually have any sound effects. Now, if we place this down and get in this, it says sneak to exit or right click to destroy blocks. I wonder if it's going to work on this. No, it doesn't actually destroy the blocks that you have placed. Now, I like that. One thing I know it can do, though, is destroy dirt blocks. So head over to your destination and hold right click. And this is going to clear out a lot of terrain, including grass, including dirt, including stone, not so much for trees. So it's going to be your generic blocks. Honestly, this thing helped me set up today's video. So yeah, I like this. Obviously, if you stop holding, so if we come off this now, get back in, you'll see here, it will actually traverse up the terrain. Next on our list is going to be the steamroller. This will lay a 3x3 row of asphalt for you. Let's get this one made. We're going to make ourselves the steamroller. I've already made a road here. There are 2 sets of roads you are able to make. I hope more are introduced in the future. If we get inside of this, it says right mouse to build. And as you can see here, alongside me eating, I'm also laying down the road. So you can do this in such large quantities as well. So not only do we have a vehicle that will help you flatten terrain, you also have one that is going to help you build roads. And honestly, I was really impressed with this. This truck by default will be set to the dark one. You can change this to light. Go over to the truck and just crouch and right click. This means that you're then able to change between the colors. And if we go ahead and hold this down, you can see it will, in fact, replace the previous blocks that we have placed. So, again, really impressed with this. The next one we have is going to be a dump truck. This one requires the same materials, but it's going to be using copper. So let's go ahead and make this. Now, from what I understand with this one, if you get inside of it, you don't actually do anything with this one. This one is pure and simply going to act like a chest. So if you manage to gather all the materials, like, let's say, cobblestone and dirt from taking down mountains, you could then go ahead and fill this up and transport this to your destination. And the last one we have is the mixer truck. You can use this to change the asphalt type. So let's make this one. Let's place this one down. Let's get inside. Now, interestingly enough, I was trying to like hold down like the previous ones to change type, but this didn't actually work the same way. Now, if I go ahead and grab myself these two, one thing you can do is actually fill this up. But it doesn't actually do anything. So I was a little bit confused with this one. If anyone managed to figure this out, please let me know in the comment section below. As I mentioned, there are two types of versions you can make. You can make this one, which is the dark version, or you can make this one, which is the light version. Now, something I do want to say at this point is this is really survival friendly. Not overcomplicated, not difficult to obtain. To obtain the dark one, you are going to need deep slate. To obtain the light one, you just need cobblestone. So inside of here, place down your deep slate. You'll be given the dark asphalt. And if you do this with the cobblestone, you'll be given the light version. Now, these are slightly smaller than a regular block, which actually works pretty well because you can make these a little bit lower, but you can also make yourself like a curb. And then, of course, you have blocks. So it just looks like it's an actual road rather than looking relatively flat. Because if it was to be relatively flat, you could just go ahead and use concrete in Minecraft. Now, there are tons, and I mean tons of different blocks you can make here. You need all of these materials and even more. So if I go ahead and grab all of these and open up the crafting table, you will see, if we go to craftable, all of the things that we can make. We can make white arrows. Obviously, with the black version, you can make like double yellow lines. You can make solar ones. So let's get a / game mode creative here. Let's say you didn't want people to park in a specific location. You could just go ahead and have these here. In fact, I have the perfect example here. What I will do is I'm going to move this curb a little bit further back here. Obviously, this is going to be a zebra crossing, so you can't actually park on this because pedestrians need to get past. I just think this was really seamless and very, very well done. Very well put together. I didn't seem to have any problems at all. Obviously, you could do like a one-way street if you really wanted to. That's going the wrong way. We want it to go this way. Oh, it's currently blocked at this moment. So what we'll do is we'll have this one facing... We need the gray version. So let's go to light. We want the light arrow. So we're going to replace this one with this one. One way and then another. It's just really easy to use. You can make a manhole if you wanted to. You can go ahead and make diagonal double line, which is the yellow version. You can go ahead and make curbs of any kind of type. There's just so many options. I like this. I never actually had the chance to mess around with these. So to make yourself a pothole, you only need dirt. If you want to make yourself a grid, a drain, this one is done with the iron bars. So we'll just interpret these. Let's say we're currently doing some work over here. We've got a couple of manholes going on. They're relatively easy to break as well. So you can see here, this is why we've had to block off the road, because we're doing some road works. Let's go. Which are the ones that I grabbed before? We have a manhole. Let's say we need like some drainage or something here. We'll put this one here. They're really easy to break with your hands. Well, I just thought the aesthetics of this was really impressive. There is also a smaller version that you can make, and this is like the half slab version of this. So we'll grab this, we'll put them inside of there, and that makes this. And I'll show you guys just a slight comparison here. So if we have this here and this here as well. Not quite sure what you guys would use them for, but actually maybe I do know. Maybe I do know. We also have like this happening, we have sinking happening. So that's why we've had to close down the road. So go inside your crafting table, tap on a specific one that you need, and you can see they are relatively easy to make. It requires like 3 or 4 materials, that being yellow dye, also being white dye. We also have iron bars, and we also have the likes of dirt. Nearly forgot this one. You can make yourself a corner curb, and you can make yourself a flat version, and they do connect very well. So if I change myself to creative here, we wanted this to kind of like go round. There you go. And then you obviously can carry on the curb available right here. And let's place this. So this is really easy to place. You place it in the direction that you're looking. We did recently do another blocks kind of add-on, but this one works so much easier. Next on our list is going to be signs. To make all of these, you typically need a regular Minecraft sign and a piece of paper. This includes oak. We also have spruce variations. We also have birch, and I believe we also have acacia. There's also room for more to be introduced. If I just grab myself a whole bunch of oak signs and paper, and we just open this, you can see the recipes and what you're able to make. And they are also stackable as well. However, one thing I will say is I don't think you're able to do this inside of your inventory. So if I place that there with this, I can't actually make the sign that I'm trying to make. But we'll place these down. So you can place them down on the floor. You will notice a little bit of shading. So these kind of things seem to be better when they're placed a little bit higher up. And honestly, they fit perfectly on the back here. So it looks like this one, for example, is kind of going to stick out. That doesn't actually happen. A little bit later on, you can attach these to poles, which would make a little bit more sense if you were crossing over like this. Obviously, no fouling. We have stop signs. We have rail crossing signs. I liked this one. We also have no parking, and we also have no U-turns allowed. If we then switch the sign from oak to spruce, open this up, there are 3 different signs you're able to make here. We have the speed sign being 30. We also have 50, and we also have 60. These can once again be placed on the floor or be placed like this. What I will do though is I kind of want to see what happens if I place this against this. Does it kind of stick out? So you can see how it can attach. Like I said, it makes sense a little bit later on. The birch sign and paper equals these. Once again, open this up. We have right turn, we have left turn, we have parking, and we also have straight ahead. And these are the final signs that are available. This one obviously being more like a block rather than being a sign. So if we go inside of here, let's go with, in fact, let's make each one because I want to see what would happen if we place this down in the road. The construction one I've already showed you throughout today's video, but we do have, let's go with walking. Let's go over here because this has kind of become our crossing, right? So if we go ahead and place this here, I mean, again, they need what I'm going to show you next, but you have the construction one. This one is actually a block. You can't just go through this. You have to kind of jump over the top of it. Slow down, telling people to slow down. We have a dead end ahead, and we also have this as cyclers. One of the most important things you're going to want to make inside of this is going to be this. Build it your way. So this is going to be like a pole. Now, in order to make this, these are the needed materials. So if we open this up, you'll see here we have the base of the pole. It gives you 2 at a time. We also have the metal pole. We also have the likes of your lights. We have pedestrians. We also have, there is one more, but I don't think I've got enough ingredients now, but we will come back and check that out. So these have to be placed down. And this is where signs, I don't know why we keep hearing the page. I think it's that just turning when you go out of its way. But let's go to / game mode creative here. We're going to do this as like a crossing. So I feel like one of these is okay. And then you start placing these. And then you can start to attach signs. So this is where it does make sense. So obviously, let's do like a stop sign, right? We'll do this as like a stop sign. So they're going to... That's wrong. That's wrong. We've done this wrong because they're going to be coming from this direction. So we would have it as like here. And then we'll place this. You can make this as big as you want. So if you're doing highways, the more you're going to place this. I'm going to put that there. Then we're going to grab ourselves a stop sign because I need you to stop. And then you can also have like the pedestrian one. So if we type in pedestrian, I think there's a green version like this one. So obviously pedestrians would then know when to cross the road. I've kind of messed this up. I probably should have done it over here, but you kind of get the point here. And then we also have this, which is going to be a street light. How do you attach this? Aha, there we go. There is 2 versions of this. So if we type in, let's type in streets. So we have like a lantern version. So if you wanted to use this one, you could. Let's place one more of these and then this. So I feel like this would be more for like a street view. Meanwhile, this one would be like a highway. I'm going to make this so much higher here. So you can put these on top. I'm then going to put this on top as well. A little bit further down, we can then do the pedestrians. So we're just going to have this one as red for now. The pedestrians are able to see this, but they connect so well. That's what I was talking about when it came to the signs. Like, a lot of them really didn't make sense attaching them to this, but they do make so much more sense with this one. So we're going to say there's like no way to kind of do a U-turn over there. I love how everything connects so well. There is so much more content available. Fire hydrants, we have signs, we have barriers. I want to focus on these barriers specifically. Let's start by placing these down, but I can add these a little bit more over here. Let's make sure no one is going to try and cross because we have some potholes and some roadworks going on down here, right? Let's place these down here. We got a few things going on. You guys know that. Now, these, I really liked these. So obviously you can connect them together. This one is more of an angled one, as you can see here. Now, this one did seem a little bit tedious at first. You just have to get the placement right. I think the best way to do this one is to go ahead and place this one first, then place this one. And it becomes so much easier to use. But you could make racing tracks with this one. It doesn't just have to be like cities. I think the possibilities of this one is so endless. These can all just be found in survival. Let's say we're in the process of fixing this here because we've had a couple of manholes happening. It also looks like there's a couple of different ones there because that one produced something slightly different. That was a surprise. Is it RNG? That was weird. Oh, there you go. Angles might determine them. That's the first time I knew about that. So you could just block this off a little bit. Maybe there's been like a crash with the fire hydrant. I don't know if these are like interactable. I think some of these might well be. That one's not. What about this? This one doesn't seem to be. I've been trying to interact with them. The book themselves would actually tell you. So let's just double check this. No, I think they're purely just cosmetics. I was wondering if you could kind of use like the bins. Maybe we could use like the bins and the trash cans. Can we use you? I don't think we can. I don't think that's going to work. Let's go to /game mode S. No, they're all pure and simply cosmetics. Got to mention, you can make yourself a sold and for sale sign. You are going to need oak. This one requires 2. Meanwhile, this one just requires 1. So if you wanted to do a lore-based adventure roleplay thing, I guess you could. On this occasion, we're going to be selling some real estate. This time, it's going to be some villager houses. This one hasn't quite sold yet. There are also 3 types of new blocks you're able to make. You can use andesite, you can use granite, and you can use diorite. And it's going to make these. These are going to be a new type of brick block. They're not entities. I can confirm these are actually blocks. And I really like these. Just extra additions that work perfectly for your sidewalk. In my opinion, this is one of the most polished add-ons I have seen. They really did think about the recipes, everything connecting together, not overcomplicating things, and all round, I honestly give this a 5-star out of 5. The creators of this did an incredible job. And if you are questioning whether this was worth getting, I can tell you, it's definitely worth it.